Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Seeing as 2026 is a number one year, 4 and 6 is 10, and 10 is a one. Some people do like to use the 10, but I'm going to use it as a one. I am going to do a tarot video looking at the energy of the zero and the one, and the 10 to a degree in the tarot. You might see this energy coming up very prominently in your tarot readings for the beginning of this year because it's the number one year. And number one is all about moving forth in independence with the idea of fresh new beginnings, making a new start, going boldly forth, and the idea of unlimited potential, which really is embodied by the number zero. So I have featured the cards from the tarot which contain these energies, and I'm going to go through them with you today. The first card we're going to look at is the Fool. And the Fool is the first card of the tarot. It's a number zero, and we've looked at the Fool before. The Fool is all about new beginnings. You can see this very innocent and curious and vibrant, vital young man going off on an adventure. He's actually so trusting and, in a way, so blind to the dangers of life that he's about to walk off the edge of a cliff. And we can see his little dog there cautioning him, trying to warn him of what he's going to do. But who knows, maybe he can walk on air. The idea of the Fool is to take this childlike innocence, to have the idea of complete surrender to your fate, to what will happen, and totally anticipating really positive outcomes for yourself to the point that you are actually going to just go wherever your inclination leads you. So this is the idea of the zero, the container of life, the new beginning, and a new adventure. The next card is the only card in the tarot which features the numerical energy of number one, and that is the Magician. So the Magician makes things happen. And number one is not only about independence and moving forwards with curiosity, a sense of purpose, and determination to make things work, but also with the power, the divine power of source that lays within all of us. We are all magicians. We are all capable of incredible feats of creation because we carry with us that divine spark, that source energy, that creator energy. That is what we are. That is the basis of who we are. That's where we come from, and this is our divine birthright. So the Magician, he is doing the traditional holding of one pointed finger and hand up to the heavens and one to the ground to signify the idea of as above, so below. And this is a kind of this is an arcane idea of channeling divine energy to earth, but it also contains the idea of conducting, let's say, the agendas of those who lord over us to the earth. So the idea of as above, so below is not quite as innocent as you may think. It has been used in negative context of control. However, let's take the Magician card in its most positive context. Then the Magician is indeed channeling his divine energy to the physical reality. It would be fairer to say that it's not really as above, so below, but as within, so without. That would be the more spiritual an empowering idea that we have this divine energy within us. It's not coming from outside of us. It's coming from within us to our outside environment. The magician controls all of the elements. So we see the 4 suits represented, present in this card. You can see on the table he has the chalice for water, he has the coin for pentacles, he has the staff for wands, and he has the sword for air. He is in charge of all of these domains within himself. He is in control, he is the master, and he is consciously creating his reality. So let's bring this energy into this year, 2026. Now that we know that we are the creators of our reality, we also know that creation is a process that is, let's say, interfered with a lot by all of our power structures, the media, the industry, commercial reality, the money system, the health system. They've all got their paws all over your ability to create. They're all putting restrictions in place. But the magician cuts through all of that because his power doesn't come from outside of himself. His power comes from within himself. So he is guided, he is surrendered to source, but he is also the conscious creator of his reality. And as you can see, he has the eternity symbol above his head, the idea that the divine, the timeless, the eternal lays within him and is all around him. This is a beautiful card. It is a positive, bright card. We have this bright yellow energy. And this is the energy of exuberance, of stepping forwards boldly, of positive expectation. And the flowers here are very bright and bold. We can see a beautiful lush garden because he's creating in abundance. He's creating abundance for himself when he taps into his internal energy source. So knowing who we are, being authentic, is tapping into our internal source energy aspects, that part of ourselves that is never aging, never tarnishing, always flowing with the infinite abundance of source energy, with infinite wisdom. And when we, like the magician, tap into this truth of our divine nature, then we too are the conscious creators and manifestors of our reality that we prefer. So the ace, for me, the ace comes up as a card of potential as well as new beginnings. It's both a 0 and a 1. It could be a 10, but it's more like 0, 1 for me than 1, 0. Can be both. It's open to interpretation. So the ace is the idea of a new opportunity, a new direction in life, a new reality that is manifest. This card, in terms of the suit of the pentacles, is the idea of a new financial or material opportunity, which is coming to rest in your life. It is in the process of materializing. It is a potential as well as a manifest reality. So this card can mean a new paradigm for you. Perhaps you've been out of work and now you're finding work again and you're able to generate your own wealth again. Maybe you have the idea for a new business and it's not just an idea, it's actually something that you are in the process of bringing into material reality. You're registering your business, you have the clients, you're sending invoices, you're getting paid, you are hiring staff, you are enjoying the process of the value that you're delivering. It could be the idea of an inheritance, which brings a lot of abundance into your life. All of a sudden, you can afford to do things that you couldn't before. Maybe it's the idea of being able to create value within a community of people, such as a trading community or a community where people are helping each other and there is a flow of value, a flow of abundance. You're doing something that actually enriches the community at large. This Ace of Pentacles is a wonderful card to see, especially for this year, this 1 year. It means that something that is going to advantage you materially is in the process of getting off the ground. The Ace of Wands. The suit of wands is all about fire and magic and drive, ambition, determination, that spark that makes things happen. The Ace of Wands is about rekindling your passion for a project, having an ambition, having plans, looking forward to the future, and sowing the seeds that will one day turn into a tree. This Ace of Wands might anticipate an Ace of Pentacles, because first is the idea for the project and that passion that comes from your inner core that comes out, this enthusiasm to make a change, to create something, may actually be the precursor to an Ace of Pentacles, which is a business that comes out of this great passion that you have for something that really moves you. And perhaps it's a legacy. Perhaps it's the idea of changing your whole life, changing everything, becoming healthier, uh, doing the right thing by others, doing the right thing by yourself, living in a completely different way. Perhaps you're going to give up some old patterns and habits and you're going to start anew with a totally new paradigm of how you see the world, a new consciousness. The idea of the Ace of Wands is about making positive change and moving forwards boldly, seeing a vision. This is a really visionary card about having a vision for the future, about feeling the energy of this thing that you are creating and actually moving forwards into action based on this passion, based on this enthusiasm that you have for something in your life. It's a whole new energy. It's a new start. And if you're seeing this card now at the beginning of the year, it means that you have all the permission you need, all the license you need to move ahead boldly with those changes that you've been wanting to make for so long. Now is the time to bring your passion into action. The Ace of Cups is a beautiful card, all about relationships and affairs of the heart. This card can relate to the idea of a lot of relationships changing in your life. Perhaps you have walked away from a lot of negative energy, and now you're bringing in new, fresh relationships, be they friendships, professional working relationships, intimate romantic relationships, partnerships, and could also refer to improved family dynamics as well. The potential for new relationships is here and that it is actually manifesting. So you're starting to see the first evidence that you've changed in the relationships all around you. This is a wonderful card, a card about opening up your heart, both in terms of receiving and giving love. Being able to receive is so important, and being able to open up and give and serve a purpose which comes from the heart is equally important. So if you see this card right now at the beginning of this year, then this is a wonderful omen, a wonderful encouragement for you to open your heart, walk away from what doesn't work for you, be bold, know in faith that when you are more loving, true and honest and authentic in yourself and strong enough to walk away from what is not helping you, what makes you feel bad, then you're also making space for what is going to absolutely blossom and grow love in your life. The Ace of Swords does represent the idea of potential. It's an idea, it's in the mental realm, but you are gathering all of the plans, all of the pieces of information. You are working things out in your head, and inspiration has come. You are in the process of making a plan that will move into material reality in time. This card can come up when you need to see things differently, and you're actually doing the work on yourself. You are clearing out old belief systems that you've held about yourselves and others. You are doing a lot of intense analysis. You are doing planning. You are working things out. You're doing the hard work to actually figure out the details so that your plans have the best chance of coming into manifest fruition. So if you're receiving this card right now, it's encouraging you, get out paper, get out pens, put all your ideas down, make a plan and make it realistic. Really think through all the details. Don't leave anything to chance. Actually use your head and think in the long term. Don't rush. And if you really, if you are thorough in your planning process, it's going to save you a lot of time down the road. So careful planning makes good outcomes, makes projects that are worth doing, reduces risk, and enjoy the process of planning your next undertaking. So the last cards of the tarot with the energy of the number 1 for me are the page cards. It is up for debate and discussion and interpretation, because most systems would say that a page is a number 10. But when I tune into the energy of the page cards, I get a number 1, because pages are more aligned with the energy of a new beginning than with a completion, which would be a 10, more the idea of a 10. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the page cards in terms of the idea of the number 1. The first page card is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a new idea, an inspiration, an inkling to get something done. Maybe spirit are trying to communicate something to you and you haven't been paying attention. Maybe spirit is leaning in and whispering things in your ear, trying to remind you of something that you really should be doing or thinking about, be aware of, something to take into your plans for the year. But maybe you've been too busy, you've been too tired, and you haven't been paying attention to what spirit have been trying to whisper to you in your quiet moments. So this card is also a reminder to take time out, go into meditation, rest, have a 5-minute lie down on the couch during the day, and just be in that receptive listening mode, because spirit have something to say to you. The next number 1 card, is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands could be someone who's coming into your life to help you get something started. It can be you actually getting things started, but it's more the idea of a helper, a messenger, someone who's coming in to work with you. Maybe they're even going to challenge you a bit. Maybe this is someone who's kind of a bit annoying and not really welcome, but they're actually sent by spirit to get you to take action about something, to think about something, to feel some emotion, which is going to move you along the path of getting something started. So this year, I'm feeling the energy of the Page of Wands as the number 1. This is a person in your life who you can work with, who you can get something started with, and it could even be that little voice in your ear from spirit. Maybe it's an uncle, a friend, the idea of kind of a younger person, or somebody who doesn't come across as an authority figure, someone who comes across as an equal, who is like your buddy. They're here to help, they're here to play with you. They might be a little bit annoying, they're here to get your attention, but they are going to kick your butt a little bit and get you started, ignite that passion within you, and move you into action. The next number one card from the tarot, the Page of Cups. This is a lovely card. This is very often the card of a younger child or a younger family member. It can be somebody who is moving towards you with a romantic interest. It could be the blossoming of either a new friendship or a new love relationship that is really at its very beginning. It's the idea of innocence and banter and just the pleasant, easy connection that comes with somebody who is compatible with you in some way. When I tune into the energy of this card in this number one year, this is inviting you to keep your heart open for innocence. Enjoy those little things in life. Enjoy having a laugh. Enjoy the pleasant person at the cafe who served you. Really appreciate these little interactions which make life special. They bring warmth, they bring openness and kindness into life. This is also the card of kind actions towards others, receiving kindness with appreciation, and also giving kindness innocently, easily, with no expectation, just to bring more joy into your everyday life. And the last, number one card for the start of this year, 2026, is the Ace of Pentacles. Are you a job seeker? Then this is the card for you. Are you looking for a new opportunity? Are you looking for people to work with? Are you looking to grow your network and get involved in something bigger that's going to open up new potential opportunities for you? Whatever it is, it's going to be some kind of initiative around material reality, earning money, trading, providing value, being part of a group who are working together in some way. It could also be a charity organization. It doesn't have to be a commercial organization, but it certainly is the idea of money, time, value, and working with others. If you're receiving this card at the beginning of this year, the message is, don't worry, things really are changing. The world is changing. Things are opening up. There is going to be more ease and flow this year. And some of the financial difficulties that we have been facing collectively in the last years is going to start to ease up. There's going to be more flow and more opportunities for abundance come trickling in this year. It may start off slowly, but there will be a steady increase. So stay positive, stay active, keep networking, keep opening up new possibilities. You never know where they're going to lead, and stay positive. You can see just how positive this card is. It's a bright yellow sunny sky and a gleaming gold coin. It all indicates that things are moving in a really positive direction for you. So that's it. My review of the cards in the tarot, which have the numerical value of 1 or 0, and sometimes can also double as 10. I hope for you that this year brings all sorts of opportunities, more flow, more of everything positive into your life. And thank you so much for listening and enjoying my videos. See you next time.